I started actually as a marketing manager at Sharky's in Newport Beach. Have you guys ever
That's
heard of
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The bar was actually known as the best place to pick up a one-night stand.
Me, the next level for AI is the automation piece.
Are you worried that AI is going to take everyone's job?
I feel like it probably will take some people's job.
You guys are utilizing AI or any tools?
Personally, I use ChatGPT for everything. I love it so much. What makes Downtown Works unique is it's more than just an office space. We are really trying to lean into community.
So many people are just staying home, and it seems like the younger generation is like afraid to get out there.
Getting out there and meeting people and networking with others.
IRL.
IRL. There's nothing beats it.
I'm Daniel with Max Lux Media, and welcome to the best marketing podcast
Ever.
Today we have Kelsey McKinny from Downtown Works. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
So you are the Vice President of Marketing and Operations at Downtown Works.
Yes.
How's that role working out?
Oh, it's working out really well. Yeah. I kind of came into the scene about 2.5 years ago. I had never worked in a co-working space. Like for them, I'd only been working as a member in one just through my old company. So it's been really interesting. I came from, just kind of my journey.
Yeah.
I started actually as a marketing manager at Sharky's in Newport Beach. Have you guys ever
That's
heard of
right.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that was a wild journey. A lot of partying. And our bar was actually known as the best place to pick up a one-night stand. So that's our badge of honor for that place.
That just makes the marketing so easy.
Honestly.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much more.
That's really it. But through there, I was co-managing with a girl, Amara, and she just really taught me so much about marketing and creativity. That's what drew me really the most to marketing was the creative aspect of it. I was able to just do a bunch of things there that was visual and creative to get people to come in and just cultivate a really cool, fun environment. And so I was there for a while, and then she actually got a job at an agency, and then she brought me there, and I worked my way up from an intern over to account manager. And then from there, I was looking to move to San Diego. So I reached out to another, and the whole reason why I was actually, a little frazzled my first time. So, and how I actually got that job at Sharky's is because I used to go to Sharky's all the time and party, and I just got to know the marketing manager there, and he got promoted. So then after that, he actually is the one that
So you knew the
me.
product really well.
I knew the product very well, yes, and just in networking, just being there all the time, just keeping in touch, and just taking the time to chat with them about things that were going on. So he ended up hiring me as the marketing manager. And then I met Amara, and she brought me over to GoldenCom. And then when I was moving down to San Diego, I actually reached out to another couple buddies that I used to party with back in the day in San Diego. I think the last time they saw me, I was passed out in a beanbag chair in their living room. So they had graduated college, and they had started a marketing company. So they weren't hiring, but they had just had someone in their network reach out asking if they knew anyone. So I went and met up with them, had a conversation that, just making them know that, or ensuring that they know I'm not just like still on a beanbag chair somewhere.
I've grown up.
Yes, I've grown up. And then he connected me with David Tall, who we had when you just interview with someone and you just connect immediately. Yeah. We talked for 2 hours. We both actually recently rewrote the lyrics to Ice Ice Baby for like our own use. So that's how So that's how we like really connected. And so I got a job as a marketing director at a startup. I was employee number 8. And from there, 3 rebrands later, we grew to over 100 employees. We had the whole second floor of the Chipotle building in downtown, and kind of from there.
It's amazing.
So it's like a very natural origin story of your entry into marketing.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I forgot to let Reb introduce herself. So let's hear about.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. We forgot about
Daniel,
that.
Here I am. But REBL, Risty with REBL Labs, our AI and automation marketing agency. So I've obviously been in marketing, almost 20 years. So similar story, you just kind of start and you don't know where you're going, but the world universe takes you
Yeah.
into this trip. So that's fun, though. I really like your story.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And a lot of it is just so much of just kind of keeping in touch and networking and the people that I've met along the way. And that's actually how I came to be at Downtown Works or an end, because I worked at the startup. It went to Verse, and one of the investors is actually the owner of Downtown Works, Wolf Bayless.
Oh, okay.
And so, during COVID, that whole thing, I got laid off, and I expressed going into Downtown Works, oh, hey, like if you guys need any help, this seems cool, fun, let me know. And when he got wind of that, he actually created the position for me.
Wow.
To bring me on to Downtown Works, and that's how I got here.
That's
It's just kind
amazing.
of networking and keeping in touch with people.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
So,
being really cool, and
for those who may not know about Downtown Works, what is it and what makes it unique in the co-working space?
So what makes Downtown Works unique is it's more than just an office space. We are really trying to lean into community and connection. So that way it's, people they want to be there. They want to come in. We have staff that is more than just like, hey, they actually care about what's going on in your life. If they know your favorite coffee, they know your favorite snacks. So the hospitality is really something that I feel like sets us apart from other co-working spaces. We're also very hyper-local. We're San Diego owned and operated, which is another thing that we really lean into as well, that just really partnering and doing things with other very local brands,
Yeah.
which has been really awesome. Just
Yeah.
kind of leaning into the business ecosystem of San Diego and really getting tied in with a lot of different type of organizations.
I've been into your Mission Valley and your downtown location, and I just think from some other spots I've been, it's a little less corporate and it just feels a little warmer. And you've got the coffee station, you're right, and people are talking. I'd be interested. So you started working there just kind of post-COVID.
Yeah.
COVID really hit a lot of those co-working spaces
Yes.
hard. How were you able to come out of that? I mean, kind of new to the industry. Like, what were some of the marketing strategies?
Well,
you were
the thing,
using?
so one thing though is I didn't start working there until 2023.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't really there during like the height of COVID. So I just kind of came in after it kind of started ramping back up again. But I do know that it was like tough for them. But even then, they opened 2 other locations from COVID. So
Yeah.
so that's been really nice. But some of the marketing strategies, I think it was just a lot of referral type things, just making sure that safety was the number one thing, keeping the vents all hospital grade and all pre-wrapped snacks and things like that, just keeping it as safe as possible for people to come in, mask up, hand sanitizer every place that you look in the whole space. Just I know that those are some of the strategies to keep people coming in. I'm not exactly sure what they did as far as the marketing, like in a digital sense, but I
Right.
do know, like as far as the space goes, that's how they kept a lot of people coming in.
I think the spaces are just the design of each location is different, but they all kind of have a common theme of just a really inviting, cool, kind of trendy vibe.
Yeah.
How does the design of the locations and also just the branding and messaging, like how does that tie into the marketing and to your role?
Well, one of the things that I do love about like just touching on the space aspect of it is I feel like the outside of all the buildings are very unassuming. So you see it and you're kind of like, okay, it's a building. And then you walk in and it's just kind of blows you away.
Like a wow factor.
There's a wow factor when you walk in, and it's just
Sure.
kind of like you aren't expecting what you're walking into. It's very just open concept. There's different vibes at each of the different locations. Like our Carlsbad location is definitely like more mellow. People are like gone by 3 because they're all picking up their kids. But it's just very like close community. And then, our PB location is a lot more vibey, a lot like there are people walking around. A lot of people are connecting and like becoming friends even outside of the space, which is really cool. And then, our Mission Valley is very like professional. We have like free parking, which is great. So
Yes,
that brings a lot of
always.
people as well.
Always a positive.
Yeah. And then downtown is just kind of our flagship, and it just kind of brings in a lot of like just a very diverse crowd, just, all over the spectrum as far as like levels of, we have depositions there, and then also Music Box comes in, does their meetings there too. So we have just a really wide range of the types. We have tomato farmers there. It's just such a huge array of different types of folks that come in there.
That's really cool.
So how does that, the vibe of the locations kind of sync up with the messaging and the branding?
Well, I would say, let me think about that.
Or what is the branding? How's that?
Well, the branding actually, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, to be honest, like by calling it Downtown Works. So it's one of those things where we're like, okay, this felt great when we had just the downtown location, but how do we kind of expand outside of that? So, we're considering maybe updating that at some point. But the messaging is definitely more like, this is more than just a workspace. It's more than just like a corporate feel. I think that probably more of our branding and like the type of space or type of community or culture that we want to, provide for people is definitely more rooted in like the partnerships that we create and also like the community that we cultivate at the space itself. Mm-hmm. I would say that, and a lot of it comes through in our social media as well. Like kind of we are people, like we have fun. This is a space where not only you come in to grind, but you also have fun as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what we'd really try and lean into, especially with our like socials and stuff.
Right. Yeah. The co-working space, I would think, like many, is somewhat there's competition, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, WeWork, like the big dog. And then a lot of smaller ones, Hera Hub that's more geared towards women. Mm-hmm. How do you guys, I guess, what is your marketing approach now, today, with people wanting to work at home and they're not, especially the younger generation, isn't as open of getting together and working together?
I would say that, can you repeat the question? I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right. So I'm kind of leading is, as far as how you approach your marketing to get new members, because, and maybe this is just a assumption, but, younger startups, younger entrepreneurs tend to be like, I'll just work at home. They're a little bit more on their own. Yeah. What do you say to them?
I think that one of the things that we try and lean in is that it's not all or nothing. You don't have to like come here every day. You can dip your toes. We have different types of memberships where someone can come in once a month, 10 times a month. So it's just kind of like that change of scenery. And especially for people who are in like a creative field or someone who gets really distracted at home and they need just a different place to go. That's not a coffee shop that has everything that they need. Not only coffee, but snacks, community, and things like that, networking opportunities. So it's just like not all or nothing.
Okay.
And, especially for the younger generation, we do a lot of programming type of things. We partner with Startup San Diego and Arcus Nexus, and they do a lot of different events at our spaces. And I think that really like draws people in. People really like the programming that we put together for them, and it gives them an opportunity to come in, see the space, kind of get that wow factor of like, just a building, and then wow.
Yeah.
As it happens.
Yeah, you talked about networking as in terms of like it's your favorite way to meet people and market and how important that is. Now that so many people are just staying home, and it seems like the younger generation is like afraid to get out there. I mean, can you talk a little bit about the importance of in-person networking? I mean, that's how we met.
Seriously, that is how we met. It's actually how I've really gotten as far as I have, I think, in my career, is truly networking and making connections everywhere I go and keeping in touch with those people. In-person marketing yourself, and just having those like conversations, that authenticity that you don't really get through, I mean, you can't really do that just from your house. So it's just a matter of just getting out there and really talking to people and talking about maybe not even just shop, but trying to get to know people as well. Another thing is just asking people questions about themselves. It's a really great way to get people to remember you as well.
Yeah, people like to talk about themselves.
Why do you think I'm here? Just kidding.
Oh, that's great. Great. When it does come into the co-working space, I love the idea. So I've been fortunate enough to have got to host a couple of breakfasts.
And we thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I think what I loved about it is just such a nice, inviting space, but you guys were so welcoming. What do you need? need, pulling out extra napkins or whatever we forgot to bring.
Oh, yeah.
So you said a little bit about the programming. What do you guys have that, you see that really works, that people are like, oh, this is like the thing that they love to come do or see?
I think that one of the more successful things that we just started this year with Startup San Diego's, we started doing Last Fridays, which is we just got people, subject matter experts in San Diego, to come in and do a session on whatever it is that they are a subject matter expert in. So, we started that this year. We did it for, from February to September. And then that's been really successful. And I think it's just being consistent, I think is another thing too, is just something that's predictable. The last Friday of every month, like you can go to a Downtown Works and like expect some programming there. So consistency has been a really big key, as well as just, sharing with your network and letting people know what's going on. Really. So yeah, that's probably been one of the more successful things that we've done as far as like the programming goes. We do a lot of lunch and learns as well. We just always want to offer value beyond just a workspace. You're going to come here, you're going to learn something, you're going to meet somebody, you're going to connect. So
I think when we've done some video work together, we've interviewed some of the members to get testimonials, and I think those are about to start rolling out if they haven't already.
Yeah.
So will be interesting to see if you get some new leads through that.
Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective, filming there, it's like you can't find a bad background.
Yeah.
Turn the camera, and it's like everything's like, wow, this looks so cool. But also, I mean, honestly, all the testimonials, it was very easy to get people to just say glowing things about working there. Everyone has like success stories, and they've met so many cool people there. And I heard a lot about all the amenities and how it's like you get access to everything that like some other co-working spaces might like nickel and dime you for for printing it costs this, or for coffee it costs this. And it's just kind of like, once you're in, it's like it's
all
available,
which
is very cool. So yeah, I'm excited to see if you get some momentum from some of those videos, because I think some of the testimonials were quite strong.
Oh, they were really strong. It's something that we're definitely going to be using the testimonials for, is going to be in that that middle, the chunky middle, where people kind of know who we are and they're in that consideration phase and they're trying to figure out whether or not, what this right space is for them. So I think those are going to be really key for that kind of group of people who already know who we are. Maybe they've come in for a meeting and they've seen the space and they're like, oh, this is actually, I didn't know this existed. Or some people are still kind of not really in the know that co-working exists or exactly what it is. Like they kind of know what WeWork is, but they don't exactly know. So we're still in like a big education phase. Here in San Diego, where there's a lot of co-working spaces, I feel like it's a little bit more prominent for people to know what it is. But I'm actually really surprised about, it's still a really growing industry, actually. I'm going to be going to the Global Workspace Alliance conference next week in Chicago. GWA is what it's called. It's like just for co-working spaces. And there we feel like big dogs, because everyone there is in co-working. So it's just like, talking shop with all your people, and you know exactly the struggles, the HVAC things, the Wi-Fi things, or whatever the case is. And it's really cool because we also share a lot of success stories. So we get ideas and inspiration from each other as well. Like not even only on the marketing side, but on the operations side as well. So yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. As in my background, with AI and automation. I'd love to know if you guys are utilizing AI or any tools in your marketing, or that you're seeing your members are doing.
Oh, I mean, personally, I use ChatGPT for everything. I love it so much. I saw a video once of a girl. It's like, let me see your text message, and she hands her phone over, and it's like, let me see your ChatGPT, and she throws it out. You don't even want to know what I'm asking on there.
Yeah.
But I love it. I think it's just really, it's such a great tool to help, not replace, but I think elevate and just make you just way more efficient in whatever it is that you're doing. So one of the
100%.
things, and then another thing with AI too, which although I love it so much as a tool, it's not gonna, it's just maintaining authenticity through using ChatGPT. So I think utilizing it in a way that makes sense, that also feels authentic and is still your voice, but just using it in a way that helps you be more efficient with that. So you have the skill set, but then it just helps you kind of organize how you would say it or what you would say in general. But that's how I'm using it. And as far as like our members are using it, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure. I think they're probably using it in the same way every day.
Yeah.
People are utilizing it, obviously. But I know that we have a lot of, for lead follow-up, I think that's one of the main things too. I think there's a lot of like CRM type, automation that happens, customer service as well, like, chat and whatnot.
Yeah.
Those are some heavy ways. And then also it just created like creative, coming up with a whole month of content based on, some bullet points that you tell that you want to, some goals you want to achieve or messaging you want to work in, just allowing you to become like that much more efficient to actually get stuff going and like be regular and consistent with it.
Yeah.
So
in your daily workflow, do you have like custom GPTs, or how do you train it to have your voice? I mean, I think I heard you talk about this before.
Yeah, I definitely have trained it to use my voice. I like in the little settings part, I always want it to be critical of itself, and also what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want it to just agree with me. I don't want it to just be agreeable. Like, yes. Oh my gosh. Because when it first came out, I was just like, I'd say, oh, what about this? And they're like, oh, you're right. And then every single time I say that, I'm like, no, don't just tell me I'm right. I'm like, no, everyone else I would like for them to do that. But for you, like, don't just agree with me.
It's funny because it is so agreeable, and you do have to put it into the instructions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the kind of scary part too, I mean, not scary, but cool. I don't know. I think it's cool at this point. We'll see if it ends up being scary. But is after a while of just kind of, because I just brain dump into it. I just kind of, like, I don't try and make it sound any sort of professional. I just brain dump into it. And so it's getting to learn how I actually talk.
Yep.
Right.
And my voice and my
Which
tone.
is great.
So I'll say, write a social post for my LinkedIn, but use my tone and my voice, and it will spit something out that is exactly what I would say. Yeah, it's pretty straight on.
So you're feeding it with tons of content, but it's also studying how you talk.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Which it should do. And your chats shouldn't bleed into each other or leak into each other, but overall, the more you use it, you're just basically training it.
Yeah. I know one of the things I noticed, we switched. So I had the just regular ChatGPT, and then my husband ended up getting the Pro. Mm-hmm. So I had to start from scratch after like using it for, however long it's been out. So I had to retrain everything about Downtown Works and everything, because it gets to a point where I don't need to explain, I'm a VP of marketing, whatever. But what I did was, at my old instance, I told it to basically give me a whole like summary of everything that it knows, that it's learned about Downtown Works and me and my voice and tone and what I like. I have ADD, like things like that. I was able to just put it into my new instance, and so I was able to just kind of ramp that up a little bit faster.
I love that. And if you do build a custom GPT, you can share that across your different accounts.
I haven't dabbled into that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so I should do that.
I'll have to show you.
Yeah, please do.
Well,
Now I know you're AI, AI company. Now, how are I would love to know just a little bit more about like what your clients and where are they using AI the most, or where they're using it for help.
Yeah. I would say at the very basic level, most of our clients are very similar to you. They're using chat and just kind of using it here and there to help them create a little bit of content or answer an email. So one of the first things that we do, in fact, we're doing this in a couple of weeks, October 23rd, we're doing a custom GPT workshop where I'm just doing the basics. Yeah. How to set up your first custom GPT, how to make it sound like you. And then from there, we try to kind of graduate people into the next level. So, but what businesses that are working with us are really now taking on automations and workflows. So we've got some out of the box solutions. Like we've got a content AI team that does your blogging, your social media, your emails, and it does all the research, and it uses different tools like Perplexity and Chat and Claude. Or we have simple ones that are just like your LinkedIn poster. And so it'll just, take, it uses a Google Dropbox, and you can drop files in there, and it has set preset prompts to teach it and tell it how to create the content for you, and then it has a check-in where you approve it, and then it posts it. So
that's very cool.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the next level for AI is the automation piece. And then now you've got agentic AI, and OpenAI, I think this is what people are complaining about, is their new AI agent builder, which isn't, people still don't understand. You still have to kind of have a developer mind for some of these things. They're just not
a little bit more
quite,
techy.
yeah, quite ready for us regular people. But that's why I have an AI team, development team. Yeah,
Fair enough. Yeah.
So are you worried that AI is going to take everyone's job?
I feel like it probably will take some people's job for sure, but I do think that there are certain elements that you need a person to actually, think about what's going on in like a human way that AI might not be able to. I don't know, because I still think that even if AI isn't actually, in my opinion, that creative. It doesn't. It never comes up with that good of an idea. So that makes me feel good as a creative.
Yes. Agreed.
So I do feel like that creativity will win in that sense. I think that in the world of marketing, it's a lot more enhancement on the creative side. And as far as AI and analytics and things like that, I still think that there is such a human element to the whole process because my husband he's a VP of marketing. Or of analytics at agency in San Diego as well, Mind Groove. Shout out to my husband and his company. Well, not his company. Okay, we can cut that. But he's in analytics, so they use that tool a lot to just kind of break it down. But for them, they have clients, so that client facing, that kind of human interaction, that authenticity, that I think is what keeps people a lot of times like with an agency is like, they're able to look at the whole big picture and explain it in a way that maybe they don't, that they understand. And that kind of human element, I think is what is.
100%. And we always tell our clients, you still are going to have someone on your team checking it and reading and making sure that it sounds like you and it's what you want to put out there. Yeah, and that it's putting out what you want out there. The great thing is it just takes the hours of research and trying to come up with that initial idea, gets you about 85% of the way there.
Yeah.
It's not.
And I think at this point too, I feel like everyone has had enough experiences with AI where they've given the wrong answer or they've just gotten frustrated enough where they're like, okay, like this is not that threatening to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like maybe on the bigger scale of like, I don't know, analytics or whatever the case is. I'm not exactly sure. You probably.
Yeah, well, even with analytics, I mean, I think it's, again, somebody has to interpret it. Yeah,
exactly.
It can collect all the data, but you still need someone to interpret it. I had to write a job description yesterday. I don't really know how to write job descriptions, but I took all the bullets and things from meetings that we had and had it right, and then I went and tweaked it afterwards. But, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So speaking of the human element, one of the things that I've enjoyed about working with you is that you'd like to think of ideas that are kind of outside the box or like it's something that's like quirky or fun or funny.
Yeah.
So like, what are some examples of things that you've worked on in the past that have that element?
Well, this is actually not Downtown Works. This is actually through my old company, Agentology. So I went from SaaS to brick and mortar, physical space. So I was in SaaS pretty much my whole career. So I went from bar to agency to SaaS for a very long time. But we worked with primarily real estate agents. And so it was back in like 2016. And Hello, Adele was like,
oh, yeah.
The song.
Yes.
So we did a song called Zillow, It's Me. And I completely rewrote the lyrics for the entire song. I had someone come and sing it. She had a beautiful voice, Audrey. And I started the music video, and it was all just based around each side of the real estate, like the buyer and the seller side. But it was meant to speak to real estate agents, and it went real estate viral, I will say.
I love it.
Not viral in the sense of like, everybody, but in the sense of like real estate. And like, I still get text messages to this day saying, I was just at a conference and they showed your video. That's in 2016. So it's been a long time, but that was probably one of my favorite things that I've done for sure is that video. I'll have to show you guys.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll have to send us the
It's
link
really good.
for sure.
It's really good.
For sure.
It's really funny.
I'm with you. I think on the creativity side, AI just doesn't get it. It's just not a human. I love that. I think we have to give it those ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, another way that I use it too, just kind of not in a business way. I've gone on vacation before and forgotten books for my son. And so you can tell me a story about a 5-year-old boy named Tommy who goes on an adventure with his grandma looking for treasure, and they encounter friendly dinosaurs, and there's a moral to the story at the end, and make it about 5 minutes.
Wow, so everybody loves that.
Amazing.
Oh, he loves it. And especially the new where you can talk to it,
Yeah.
it tells you the story after. Very highly
Love
recommend. Yeah.
Love it. Well, it looks like that doorbell was signaling our time.
Yeah, tell our listeners where they can find you or how they can find out more about Downtown Works.
Oh, yeah. You can go to downtownworks.com to just find out more about Downtown Works. And, I'm on LinkedIn, Kelsey McKinny, San Diego. Yeah, if you find me on LinkedIn, it's pretty much where you can. Oh, hey.
All right.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks
Speaking
for
of
coming on.
networking, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
This was great. Very
for taking the
casual,
time.
easy peasy. And yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. Hopefully
fun.
I was able to offer some value. Can I just say one more thing?
Of course.
Got it.
I just want to talk, I just want to re-emphasize for, our younger viewers, just that, as much as fun it is and awesome and comfortable it is to be in your house, getting out there and meeting people and networking with others that are like-minded or even just not like-minded, but just in the community.
IRL.
IRL. There's nothing beats it. And it will really be something that you'll find valuable just as you go through your career. So find those opportunities to connect with people and keep in touch. And yeah, a lot of what's about how you get through in this world is about who you know. So definitely networking is a huge thing.
Great.
Amen.
Great way to end. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much.
That's a wrap.
Bye.